how do you work with people to reprogram that?
So what I do is you have to get the brain into optimal condition.
Mhm.
So you just can't say, well, this is what it is. They go, oh, yeah, that's what it is. Yeah. Okay. That's good. We're going to
If
change it.
only it were that easy, right?
Yeah. So I do a 4 hour process and I take the first 2 hours giving the science and education behind how the brain works. During that time, I'm getting them into alpha brainwave state. So they're very relaxed, very focused, feel very safe. Then I introduce the trauma. And again, I only ask for a 60-second, 2 minute highlight reel of it.
Mm.
And during that time, I do certain techniques that while they're in that very calm, relaxed state, their mind then does the repairs. That's why traditional therapy doesn't work very well because they never get the person safe enough in order to heal the trauma. And
Mhm.
so, why I use 4 hours is I found that I can generally get them into that alpha brainwave state. Then they take a look at the trauma. And while they're doing that, I do a technique that basically clears it. And I take it from high definition into low definition. And then it's a low definition. And people are saying, like, how can I respond so differently now? I look at that event and I don't cry. Right.
Mhm.
And I says, because it was in high definition, your subconscious thought it was happening now.
Mhm.
And so it's going to protect you. So anytime you have an emotion, a feeling, or a sensation, your mind's calling for an action. So what's the purpose of fear? To escape a threat. What's the purpose of anger? To attack a threat. So if you think about an event that happened 10 years ago to you and you feel fear or anger, it's a glitch. Your mind is looking
So
at it in real time,
still in high definition.
high definition. So I take it at a high definition, move it into low definition. And then when your mind sees it, it can look at it and not respond.
Right.
And it's really that simple.
Yeah. We we we've not distilled into such a process as of 4 hours, but we walk clients through regulate first. You
Right.
have to optimize the brain. We regulate, we use tools to look at the trauma, and then once that's done, depending on the client, sometimes it seems like this might sound a little weird, but sometimes they want to go through some graded exposure to build their resilience a little bit.
Right.
Other folks are like, "Nope, I'm done with it. It was so far in the past. I don't need to pay attention to that program anymore." But it's interesting that both of those different perspectives, they're trying to firmly set it into like that low definition state. Let it go into the background rather than
Yeah.
only being the lens by which we view every event that occurs.
Yeah, because the brain is going to pull up the most immediate response to it. And it's stored all this high definition. So those are the first responses it goes to. But then when it does that, it starts looking at the event and responding to it. Yet there's nothing you can do. So those atmospheric conditions are responsible for the mind producing the response. So an animal can't do that. Animals don't have explicit memory the way humans do. Animals learn through repetition and association. So
Mhm.
they learn that something is safe or not safe. They don't remember the details of it. They just know that it's safe or not safe. A zebra cannot feel fear of a lion unless the lion is present. They're not imagining lions, not thinking about the lion, killing Harry, right? They don't store that information. But if a lion shows up, they go into an autonomic nervous system response. They
Right.
don't know why, they just do. But then when the lion goes away, they go back to eating.
And our human brain is so skilled, it can throw us into the autonomic response even when the threat is not present.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, it's an old threat and it's being seen in real time.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what causes it. And people don't know that. So the sensation of hunger, everybody knows what the sensation of hunger feels like. What happens if you don't eat right away? It gets stronger. You may even get shaky. You may even get a headache, right? What happens as soon as you eat? It goes away.
All of that goes away.
You solved it by an action, right?
Mhm.
Trauma is looking for a solution. You're not solving it because you can't solve it. It happened 10 years ago or 20 years ago. And so the sensation, the feeling or emotion keeps coming in because of that. So it needs a resolution to it. That's what our program does is it goes in, provides a resolution, it clears it up.